As we get older, we begin to realize how unfair the world is. As children, we would say, that's not fair. But the harsh reality is that not much is fair in this world, especially when it comes to the rat race. We are simply paying money just to live. It's crazy to me that we are paying to live on a planet that we were simply born on. If there is aliens out there, they must look at us like we are complete idiots. To live comfortably is to first have a house, a roof over your head. So, of course, it's only natural to dream about owning your own property. Don't get your hopes up though, because the sad truth for most people is that it will probably only stay a dream. Going back to around 30 years ago, 1990, house prices averaged around £57,000. Yes, you heard that right. £57,000. Something that wouldn't even buy a house now. In the UK, 2026, house prices now average £336,000, which is almost 6 times the amount it was 30 years ago. Oh, but the salary has probably increased as well, right? Well, yes. But I can assure you it's not at the same rate as house prices. 30 years ago, the average salary was 14,000 to 15,000 a year. And in 2026, it's now 38,000 a year. Ouch. Salaries have only doubled, but house prices are multiplied by 6. That's insane. Not to mention the cost of living has also increased dramatically in the past 30 years. So say you can't afford a house. Surely renting is the best next option, right? Rent prices can't be that high. Well, let's just look at some lovely examples in my hometown. Yeah, no. Most are around £1,000 if you want more than a room and a bathroom, and that's £1,000 a month, which is quite literally £12,000 a year. Almost half of your salary gone just by paying rent. And also you got to think about bills, food, insurance, everything you can think of in adult life on top of your rent money. That is most certainly most of your salary per year just gone, which makes buying a house all the more difficult than it already was. And after realizing this as a Gen Zer myself, it really does start to feel impossible to move out. Honestly, it's not just our generation that is struggling. Everything has gone up, whether that be the bills, food, or rent. It's sad how some people are going hungry just to keep a roof over their heads. And I'm sure Gen Z will also go through this struggle if we just accept the system of the rat race. Getting an average job or below average, 9 to 5, and working ourselves to death just to live. Ironic, but reality. The rat race is designed to keep you working your entire life. Well, 3/4 of it. Just to benefit the government. Really, that's all it is. The rat race is also designed to make the poor do the jobs that the wealthy simply do not want to do. But I rebel against this idea, and I'm sure you do too. I refuse to be a part of this unfair and horrible system, and that's why I'm working so hard on YouTube. My hope for Gen Z is that we destroy this system, have an earlier retirement, and give to the needy. But the probability of that ever happening is sadly close to none. I also want to talk about university. Say you are trying to get a better paying job by going to university. Well, my advice to you is to not fully rely on that, since recent graduates have been smacked with a harsh reality. They have their degree, yet nobody is hiring them, or they're just offering temporary positions. So they waste years on wasteful education and earn a life of debt. University is a bit like a mortgage, except it has no guarantee of being worth it. Universities aren't totally useless. They help us get doctors and also scientists for vaccines. But I would argue that some degrees and courses are a waste of money and that you shouldn't go to university, especially as an art student. Now, I'm an artist and I am at the approach that you can learn anything from home nowadays. You do not need to go to a school or university just to learn how to draw. Of course, art is a bit more technical than just drawing, but my point still stands. You can learn a lot on the internet nowadays, and I really think university is getting a bit old now, and it's way too expensive for what it actually is. I mean, some people don't even say the money is worth the classes, and some people don't take it seriously after a while. So, really, you're just giving yourself a shitload of debt for no reason whatsoever. Especially when there's loads and loads of ways of making money nowadays, and you can basically make a business on the internet from home doing whatever you like. A lot of my friends did go to uni, and honestly, I wish them nothing but the best. I don't want them to run into the feeling that they wasted time or money. But me? I'm choosing a different path, and you can as well if you really want to. Don't feel pressured to go to uni. Don't feel pressured to feel like you have to do an average job. Your life is how you want to run it. Don't let anyone else tell you what you can and can't do in your life. Due to low salary and student debts, a lot of Gen Z have found themselves doing a lot of side hustles, and I can say that I don't blame them. With the internet at our fingertips nowadays, with hard work, there's so many ways of making money from home or without a job. These side hustles usually include freelancing, virtual assistant, pet sitting, dog walking, selling handmade goods, and of course, content creation, just to name a few. Just to give you a reality check, there's no way of earning money easily. Everything takes hard work, which is why I'm working so hard every day on this YouTube channel. To research, to script, to recording, to editing, and of course creating an eye-catching thumbnail and title. It always takes a lot of work and time. But honestly, it will pay off, and I have full confidence that what I'm doing will eventually lead me into being able to afford a house myself one day. And if I'm wrong, then I guess I can go and get a 9 to 5 job anytime I like and chew my own words. But why not give this a try first? And to evaluate my previous points, I think the cost of living is absolutely absurd, and it's clear Gen Z really doesn't want to work just to be able to live. We want better, and we deserve more. Everybody deserves more. I mean, if you've been in the grocery shop lately, you can see that the price of food, it's just crazy. I mean, meat is just completely ridiculous. I mean, it's like £5 for a few pieces of chicken breast. Chocolate, I mean, it's not healthy, you don't need it in your diet. But honestly, I love chocolate, and that is also incredibly expensive. Now, of course, unhealthy stuff is getting more expensive because of sugar tax. However, even healthy food is way more expensive than unhealthy stuff. Everything is so costly, and I am so privileged to be able to eat every day, 3 times a day. Some people are just struggling and skipping meals because they genuinely cannot survive. They genuinely cannot afford the food. And I live in the UK, and this is really sad because we used to be a good country, and now things are just falling apart. It's outrageous that people are starving. It's completely outrageous. We are not a third world country, but it feels like that. It's starting to feel like that. And also, car fuel is going up in price. Everything is going up in price. It's diabolical. We shouldn't have to pay so much just to live comfortably. Comfort should be a necessity. Everybody needs comfort. Job salaries are no longer able to cover everything we need. And this is unfortunate, especially when people are working 8-hour shifts per day. The rich do not care about us. And honestly, I hope we can make a change. We are not going to be the generation to stick with the rat race. And hopefully the government will start to see that. Now, I'm going to wrap it up because I think I've talked about everything I want to talk about. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you enjoyed this video, feel free to check out my channel. I do Let's Plays and I also do some art videos now. So if that interests you, feel free to check it out. I think you'll enjoy it. I put a lot of effort into my videos and I hope you can see that. Also, if you have any video suggestions, just leave it in the comments below. I will read it and I will take it into consideration because there's only so many ideas I have for now. And also, I love to know what you guys think so that I can make videos that you will definitely enjoy. And again, thank you so much for watching. Molesy out.